in his own right. We have seen this guy bring the best to the brink at times and is doing really well so far with a 3-0 victory over Sandro.
Yeah, that is a big one, actually.
An actually really good player in Europe. However, he's seeming dominant as we were going straight into this set of MegaMan Samus, not opting for the Joker. I understand why, especially since Sisqui and Leo, I believe, are quite close. So, and have played a lot of time. I imagine that they have played that match through quite a few times, and you don't really want to be comparing yourself with MK Leo at any point in your career.
And I have to say, you know, we've had a lot of Spanish versus French sets today in top 64.
It's almost like they're both pretty good.
And it's been going in the favour of the French, so who knows?
True.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see another one. But of course,
this probably is the first time. Oh, Ryukai might have been seeded lower than Vidal. I'm not sure, but this, to my knowledge, this is the first clear time where the French player though will be seeded lower. The Sisqui, the obvious favourite.
Yeah.
No disrespect to TriM, but the obvious favourite to take this set when he is such a phenomenal player in his own regard. As TriM has already got 120% racks on him, and Sisqui is coming out with those charge shot mix-ups. It's just so deadly. You think the charge shot's going to be coming out, that plus on shield tool, you don't want to get caught lacking, and then you just get grabbed with an up throw that kills and an F throw and back throw that are amazing for positioning. It's so terrifying, this character. And there's the charge shot itself, sealing out the first half with only 52% to his name, Smart.
I absolutely loved Sisqi's positioning there for that entire sequence on the ledge, as he was just constantly, even with sort of jab one, position himself away, sort of go for it, sort of touch the shield, okay, I'm out, you know, and even there, sort of he was putting the bombs at the ledge, and he would retreat it back, and then he would fire the charge shot. Lovely positioning from Sisqui, but TriM is still, you know, getting something a little bit going here. Does get the up tilt, but unfortunately, it's not the hit that he wanted to, as he does get the sound spot.
Not an easy confirm at all, inconsistent, and obviously quite hard to land. You need to get dashed into an up tilt. But TriM has been doing quite nicely this second stock, Smart. I will say he's paced himself very nicely. He's got 139% racked on, 151 actually, and has put him at the ledge. With only 55%, sorry, percent to his name, quite easy to make this back. He can get just a few little big hits, and then we're back in it.
Yeah, and you can see there, TriM did have an opportunity to get something going there. He tried to go for the up air, but instead of just facing the wrong way, so this gives, sort of flips the tables, gives Sisqui an opportunity to get something going there. And again, just TriM being on the ledge, you know, so much damage being put on. Thankfully, does make it past this time, though. He's able to get past that scary kind of chart that Sisqui has the ledge, like throwing down bombs, yeah, and sort of positioning for the charge shot. It's scary stuff, but TriM able to get through it.
Yeah, and right now Sisqi's just kind of pacing himself in neutral, just waiting for TriM to have to commit something up close, and then using his superior hitboxes to get around it. This is the ledge trap, probably the most toxic ledge trap in the game, if we're being honest, and that is one of the most toxic like shield situations in the game. And Sisqui goes for it again. This time TriM knowledgeable jumps out of the way, but commits to a leaf shield, and unfortunately just gets called out for it with a dash attack. That is such a strong kill move, and does relieve him of a second stock. And again, he has quite the mountain to climb in terms of percent.
Yeah, TriM needs to get something going here, but Sisqui again is just keeping himself away. He's going for this very sort of spaced zoning game against TriM. Obviously, both these characters are strong zoners, but MegaMan, kind of a lot of his confirms are the ones where he wants to be up close, obviously with that up tilt.
Yep.
You know, and Sisqui is just recognizing that and saying, yeah, if I don't let you in, you can't kill me.
Yep. That's exactly right, Smart. We're seeing it right now. He's just sort of just keeping TriM at bay repeatedly, not letting TriM advance on him, and gets the fair on that double jump, gets the Z. TriM is now left only with an up B, but does get a really nice air dodge back to the ledge. Great recovery from the MegaMan.
Yeah, that was really, really lovely stuff there from TriM, just to make it back. As you saw, that obviously Sisqui was gunning for that neutral edge to send him off, but TriM just keeping up a lovely sequence here at the ledge, trying to keep Sisqui at bay. You know, Sisqui using that upbeat, but just spacing it well enough that he was able to get away. But TriM finding the stock there very, very nicely, and given an opportunity here to potentially get himself back into this game.
Yeah, he missed that confirm earlier from Elbow. He was just like, okay, now you think I'm going to go before up tilt? Waits for the air dodge. Very well placed back air, but look at that percent that he's racked on. He had 55 last stock, Smart. I don't think he can do it with 122, and indeed he doesn't, as Sisqui seals it out with the Samus Classic. The B reverse charge shot.
Yes. I mean, this is what we said. The Sisqui at ledge is a scary, scary thing. And just, I feel like kind of that was a lot of TriM stocks lost to just that insane sequence that
it's so hard.
Yeah. But be curious to see where we do go for this next stage see, TriM getting up, Sisqui banning Final Destination Town and Kalos. TriM just got to make a decision of where he wants to go to.
Yep. And TriM decides on...
He's thinking about it.
I don't think...
Okay, well,
we don't get to
you know what? We'll find out eventually.
We'll see.
We'll see. You know, it's a bit of mystery.
Wait, what's that music?
Oh, so we've gone to Town then.
Yeah.
We've outscored Town or Smashville, but I'd be surprised if we did go.
Well, we did do a Hollow Bastion, so perhaps TriM was just looking to like shorten the distance a little bit more. Sisqui was making better use of the range, so perhaps he just wanted to close the gap a little bit more. It's a rare pick, Smashville for MegaMan, so I do think you're right. I imagine we'll be seeing Town.
Most likely, but...
Never mind, I'm a genius.
No, it is Smashville.
I'm
okay,
so much smarter than you.
Yeah. That's very personal. That's very personal. But,
speaking of intelligent, Sisqui gets a big opening gambit, 40%, racked on. Very nice advantage state from the Samus player.
Alright, so we're going to get back into it. We're going to ignore Zanati's toxicity in the room right now. But, no, I absolutely agree. I think sort of the key thing in that game one was just that Sisqui did have the space to play with, and he was enjoying it. So TriM sort of recognized and saying, yeah, I do actually just want to just shrink the gap, because I talked about kind of how obviously TriM's kind of a lot of his kill moves outside of like forward smash or is moves that are up close, and Sisqui wasn't given the space to do that. So Smashville does inherently shorten the gap, but equally Zanati, it doesn't really matter if Sisqui just kills.
I mean, yeah, Sisqui just adapted to do it perfectly. There's a short space. Okay, my kill moves are also a lot easier to hit now. How about dash attack? You're probably not expecting that in neutral, and indeed he wasn't. He dies it poorly and dies at 89%, which is maybe the earliest I've ever seen a MegaMan die in my whole Smash career.
Absolutely,
His character doesn't die that early. Smile. Very heavy, very small, great recovery. But Sisqui just does not seem to care. He is simply the player diff.
And of course, Sisqui again, it's just saying, you know, even with a smaller stage, that's just more room for my laser to hit you, for my grab, sorry, the tether.
Did you see him transfer the crash bomb? I thought he might convert into a back air there, but instead just resets the situation with a ledge. And why not Smart, considering he's gotten every single one of his stocks so early at this stage?
Yeah, and TriM is just really struggling there, but does find the kill finally. But Sisqui, again, just coming down from the Halo platform, just saying, yeah, all right, I can land a final hit. Yeah. Go on, but yeah, I can kill you anytime.
The Tomahawk expecting a bear and then dash attacking. Very nice mix of Sisqui, but TriM just holds shields. Really smart, especially when Smashville doesn't have the smallest ceiling, so that up throw won't be killing until perhaps now. He might only be in threat of danger. So really well respected from TriM, who is racking up percent slowly with the respect. 68%, nice up air, and puts him at the ledge. Doesn't manage to catch him off his up B, but does get a follow-up on the pellets. And is still sitting in advantage. Well, this is quite a nice sequence so far until he catches his charge shot to the face. Yeah,
but I have to say, you know, first thing I commented on as soon as Sisqui came down the Halo platform was just that, yeah, you know, they could just kill any time. But TriM just immediately saying, no, you're wrong. You know, I'm just going to live to a high percentage there. And he dealt a lot of damage back to him in that time and still keeping that up as well. As Sisqui now on a dangerous position where he's got to be careful. Or, of course, you could just send him down to the abyss, Zanati.
Do you have an option there? Like, Crash Bomb, F Smash. If you air dodge, great. Here's my fist to the face. Executes Samus, sends him spiraling down to the bottom blast zone. And Sisqui now, all of a sudden, is tied up on, after such an early lead, after such an early stock, TriM has done his utmost to tie this up, Smart, and is looking very, very solid. Although, Sisqui is not one to be left reeling. He has recovered his mental so quickly and is already ranked on 79.
Yeah, again, this is the Sisqui pressure that we talk about so often, where he's just, once he gets going, he does not slow down. And TriM very much on the back foot. He needs to get something going, but Sisqi's not allowing it.
Sisqui right now pressuring his shield really nice with the back airs with the nairs. Putting him at ledge again, and this is Samus. How do you get past this? You do get grabs, which is okay. It just resets the situation, but the situation's pretty awful.
Oh, that is... I feel like that was very much a checkmate position, honestly, there. Because you were either dying to the charge shot or the forward air.
He used the iframes of the up B to get past the charge shot really nicely, and then it didn't matter because he got caught at the top with his up B. And I imagine Fair could have honestly caught him at the bottom as well, considering how much that move covers. That is just really unfortunate for TriM, honestly. After fighting so hard, Sisqui just proved why he's considered one of the best. Why? It does not matter how hard you bring it to him. He'll bring it back with even more force, answer back with even more strength, and at the end of the day, that is the difference maker between the two players right now. Sisqui, every single time it looks like his momentum might be getting interrupted, he just brings it back instantly.
Yeah. And you can see, again, sort of TriM really sort of thinking about what stage he wants to go with, because Smashville, yes.
As Pokemon.
I feel like, yeah, he had options on Smashville, but yeah, gonna go for the Pokemon Stadium 2 this time.
Yeah, I mean, as we described at the... I'd hope not. As we described at the beginning of the stage, like we said, smaller options, maybe better confirms, but that didn't really work out for him like he wanted, because Samus is also incredibly strong up close. So perhaps he's just trying to mix up the tempo again, goes to a slightly bigger stage, mix up the platform layer a bit more. Confuse Sisqui with some mix-ups. I appreciate the variety of stages. I just wonder how it might work out for him, because Samus is no slouch on this stage either, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, again, it's just a very big stage, so we might kind of see the issues we had before, where Sisqi's just got all the room to play with and all the zoning he can do. And I feel like that's kind of what we're seeing immediately, Zanetti.
He has all the room to play with on the stock as well, Smart, as he effortlessly 0 to deaths TriM with the Nair. Oh my goodness, what a stock from Sisqui, who just picks apart his opponent slowly but surely. Beautiful offense, beautiful defense, beautiful zoning, beautiful play, to be honest, as he gets a phenomenal first stock and continues it. TriM is still only ranked on 9 to 65.
He's so good. He's so good. And that's really all I can say, because just Sisqui is just, again, once he gets going, we said it before, he gets going and he doesn't stop, he doesn't slow down, he finds his hits, he gets the damage, and that is terrifying.
We said it, 33rd at Collision was a low point for this player.
Yeah.
It is the dream for some, a low point for Sisqui. That is him at his worst, and this might be him at his finest, Smart, as he is ripping apart his opponent, who managed to bring it to last stock last game. He's now just getting demolished by this Samus offense.
And this is the thing, because TriM is by no means playing badly. In fact, actually, this stock in particular, I feel like TriM has kind of found a little bit of momentum, a bit of second wind almost, where, you know, he is starting to find the hits he wants to, but just not quite able to find the stock just yet, because Sisqui is playing that very, very sort of patient game and sort of positioning himself pretty perfectly outside of MegaMan's range.
Because Smart, what is momentum to an immovable object? What is momentum to a giant?
Yeah.
Right now, Sisqui is showing no signs of getting blown over. Even though he loses that stock, he's got 108, and Samus is no slouch when it comes to killing. However, TriM finally does seem to be catching a little bit more. This is the longest he's really managed to keep a chain of aggression going, and he is doing it really nicely at this ledge. He is slowing it down, but that fair just deletes the Metal Blade for no reason, and unfortunately does manage to interrupt TriM's offense, as well as the dash attack.
And I have to say, actually, considering how that first stock went, Zanetti, TriM has brought this back massively once again. It's got shades of the last game, actually.
I was singing his praises, but TriM has been doing
Yeah.
really well, and honestly deserves to be sang praises of his own. However, I do fear for him at this ledge, Smar, where there's just so many ways that Samus can kill you.
It is that ledge game that is so deadly. You know, we praise Sisqui a lot for it, and for good reason, because he's just so proficient. He kind of reads into his opponent and says, okay, I think I know what recovery option you're going for, and so he responds appropriately.
Yeah. And right now, Sisqui has slowed the pace down a lot, and unfortunately, Samus, I think being the floaty that she is, has fallen out of that confirm. Yet again, so unfortunate for TriM, who's doing a really good job of finding it. But Sisqui has honestly slowed his pace down after all that offense early and just started charge-shotting him. And to be honest, it just works out so well. 103% racked on, nickels and dimes, but these nickels and dimes look like pounds and even dollar notes. Right now, as Sisqui has put on so much percent, finally loses that second stock, but TriM was poised to take it in the first place. I can't believe it took that long for this player to lose that stock. I can't believe how much resolve he shows at every single possible instance. Every single time, Smart, we think Sisqui might be faltering, he proves us wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, TriM, this is game on now here. He has brought it down to the final stock. We've seen him, you know, living for a long time. You saw him kind of tense up into player cam that grab, because he knows how crucial this is. This is literally the final chance, but the forward air is gonna be enough to take it away, and the super fighting robot goes down. But the parasite blue robot thing, whatever Dark Samus is, moves on.
Dude,
I killed that.
MegaMan's...
I killed that analogy.
I was going to say, before you said something funnier than anything I could muster, MegaMan's sound effect when he loses a stock is so sad.
It really is.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's like iconic and nostalgic, but sad at the same time.
And it is sad for TriM, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He will be going to losers. Expected, of course, when you're facing the second best player in Europe.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I'm sure it's not what he wants. I'm sure he wanted to at least take a game because it seemed like he could have every single time. He was bringing it quite close, but Sisqui always just found that edge at the end of each set, each game, and just tore him apart with it.